You know what I think about the relationship between Natasha and Bruce Banner? Yeah, that's about it. Oh, what's happening, film nerds? Dave the Film Junkie here. Jesus, why? Looks like in Avengers Infinity War, guys, we're gonna get a reunion of Natasha Romanoff and Bruce Banner. That little relationship that was force-fed to us on a goddamn shovel, and just like, Joss Whedon was like, look, have it, believe it, come on, these two are in love. Ugh, it was so terrible, so cringy. It's hard to watch Age of Ultron simply because of that forced little love story that he was trying to inject in there. I don't like it, guys. But according to Scarlett Johansson, yep, that's going to continue on in Infinity War. That's what she had to say right here. I just finished Avengers Infinity War, the first one. My character has this ongoing relationship with Mark Ruffalo's character. Let's just say Hulk or Bruce Banner. Anyways, I had such a devastation that day. I don't know why. I was so devastated. It was something about this character that Mark plays. And this is something that should feel so solid and suddenly doesn't, or there's, and it reminded me of so much of the things going on in my own life at the time. Jeez, little parallels there, huh? Well, that's interesting. And I thought I kept seeing stuff too, like, oh no, this stuff, they're not gonna reunite about that, because I mean, that was like a big gripe with a lot of people. But apparently they're gonna bring it in Infinity War a little bit. I hope they just kind of touch bases with a little bit, keep that story going, but then just kind of, all right, that's it. That's absolutely all we. It's just. One of the things I haven't liked what they've done with Natasha is just like in Winter Soldier, it made it look like she was into Steve. She's pretty flirtatious with him, and then all of a sudden in Age of Ultron, she's now flirty with Banner, and it's just like, does she need to be flirty? I mean, that's just like a trope that happens, and this is a gripe about these movies that I can get around. It's like, why does the female character have to like always fall in love with, that doesn't need to happen. I mean, it's always, when it comes to superhero movies, there's always like a love story like in there somewhere, peppered in there a little bit. Pepper, get it? But the fact of the matter is, we don't need Natasha to be doing this. We don't need any love story in Infinity War, really. I mean, I guess if certain things happen, certain things play out, it could be, it could be devastating. We can have a little bit more of that. I mean, that always adds to it. And every time there's like maybe a sacrifice or a death, when there's like a love story in there, it's always a little more dramatic and stuff. But god damn it, Joss Whedon was just force feeding some bullshit in Age of Ultron. I mean, it's so cringy. I mean, it's just like, what? They're talking, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, shit's going down, all the robots are flying around everywhere, and Banner just happens to land on her boobs? Really? Ugh, God. Just leaves a bad taste in your mouth, guys. So I just hope they just, talk about it for like a minute, and then that's it. That's all we need. You don't need to speak about it again. That's all I got to say about that. Just stop. Just don't do that. Ugh. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts about it down below. What do you think about this, having that little love story being in Infinity War? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Or are you just kind of like, whatever? Let me know down below in the balls area, and please hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to the other channel, too. Follow me on the social media stuff that is floating above my head, and I will talk to you guys later.